Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Sup guys, this will be a smaller devlog update video. It will contain updates with both the Discord bot and Bakidou. A few weeks ago I updated the bot's internals heavily and switched over from JavaScript and CommonJS to TypeScript and ESM. JavaScript is a coding language while CommonJS is a module system which follows similar syntax to Roblox, which is why I loved it so much. In CommonJS, you import things with the const imports equals require, while in ESM you use a much broader imports from X. The only downside to switching is that I had to redo the entire bot's backend code, but doing this allowed me to add proper type checking and types to improve the quality of life for me when working on the bot. I did have to go through the bot and recode a few things, but what made the process faster was using tools developed specifically for switching from JavaScript to TypeScript and CommonJS to ESM, which definitely made the process go by faster than it would have without it. The only bad thing was, well, the heist command, death or die, and shop commands were all very large and had at least 2,000 lines in some cases. I know. So instead of fixing all of the 500 errors myself, well, I asked ChatGPT to do it. Sorry, but I can't be asked. I recently bought a subscription to ChatGPT Plus since Omar and I were using it to generate AI references and item and food icons for the new UI layouts for Bakidou. I used AI in this way so I know what the hell to draw when I am making the UI and recreating them in Photoshop. So far, it went pretty well, but it's taking me a long time. You may ask, well, Ukiyama, why not just hire someone to do it? That's a very funny question. I did hire someone, and I feel like they absolutely scammed me all times I requested work from them. The very first few times they charged me $300 plus USD in Robux to make UI for the game when I didn't even use most of it because I didn't like the way it looked. That one was on me. I allowed them to do that to me knowing fully well they were asking for 71,000 Robux as a payment, which equaled roughly $300. I was only barely 19 to 20 at that time. I was stupid. But I'm 23 now, about to be 24, so I've matured and learned a great deal. If you call me an unk, I will end you. Lately, I recommissioned them to get them to do more work for me, and they charged me $150 for a single HUD design, which wasn't very detailed. And later on, it appeared to me that they were using free assets from the internet and not drawing it themselves, which is fine. But I don't agree with inflating prices and not being clear on that aspect. They were charging me $100 for the main HUD design and $25 each for each extra bar I requested, which totaled to the $150. This total isn't even accounting for the rest of the UI I wanted them to make. I thought to myself, are they crazy? I was able to talk them down to charging me $100 for the HUD and $75 for the rest of the UI I wanted them to make, which included the player list, toolbar, backpack, a task UI, and a simple prompt. It was still expensive, and I didn't agree with it still as I felt I was still getting overcharged. So I paid them the $100 since they had already done the work and cut contacts with them. So in the end I got a HUD I didn't like as much and won't use and lost $100. Omar ended up paying for it though because he's an amazing person and a very good friend. So in the end I ended up making all of the UI myself. It turns out I'm pretty decent at it and it turned out to be a fun learning experience. It was very fun to draw again since I haven't drawn seriously since I made that artwork of Yujiro for Hanma. I mean, technically, I've drawn a few eyes and practiced a little, but I haven't drawn anything seriously, so it was fun to do that again. Other than all of that UI drama, I was working on animations for the styles and other animation related things for the game, but it takes me a long time to do anything animation related, and people always find issues with it. So I feel like I'm not very good at it, and I spend most of the time fixing and tweaking things to get it to how other people like, which I'm not saying is an issue. I like constructive criticism. I want to be connected to my community and get their input and talk to them and all of that stuff. You guys are people just like I am. There's nothing about me that's more special than anyone else, so I try to stay true to that belief and talk to people when they DM me or ping me in general. I'm starting to ramble a little and I don't want to ramble on for too long about personal things. But anyway, for a few days I've been using Codex, which is an AI coding tool made by OpenAI, which uses ChatGPT to help code things. I've been using it to do some refactors with the bot's backend over the past few days to get the bot back up and working faster. It was already working for the most part. I just wanted to fix a few things, add some new interesting features, and test this bot-managed tournament system I have been thinking about a lot lately. I used Codex to fix and change up the heist command, shop command, and fix the death or die minigame. I also took in some suggestions for death or die and made it so game modes can be picked optionally. The death or die game modes are normal, which is a standard 8 cards on field, 4 in hand. Meanwhile, you can choose quick, which is 6 cards on the field and 3 in hand. This was a highly suggested feature, which would bring down the average game time by a lot. On top of that, I added a few moderator tools. I added a new configuration command which has improved Roblox group to Discord server role linking, and I added support for Roblox group to Roblox group role sync, and Discord server to Discord server role sync. On top of this, I added support for two-way sync, reversed one-way sync, and one-way sync. This will allow for easier role syncing for moderators and administrators and allow me to rank them in one server and they get auto-ranked in another. On top of that, I added new moderation commands for Discord to remotely moderate, and I added a new ticket system for the support server, and I added new suggestion and bug report commands which has integrated support to mention them within update logs and support for them to get posted to the Dev Trello. For the tournament system, it allows you to create tournaments with a name and max entries. It allows you to customize when entries close, when a tournament starts, what sort of bracket the tournament will have. Currently, it supports single elimination, double elimination, and round robin. The tournament also allows for team versus team tournaments where the team is configured with a captain, members, and substitutes, in case any of the members are a no-show. Since the bot will be managing all of this in real time on a single server, the game reads the required information from the bot using my API, and the bot uses the Roblox account verification system I already have in place to DM fighters about their fights and for check-ins an hour or so before the fight. All brackets generated are done automatically, and each match is generated with a predetermined date and time, so fighters and spectators have ample time to call off work and other commitments. Plus, all matches are paired based on ratings to ensure fair fights. Using this tournament system, it allows for tournament events created by staff to take place over several days or even weeks, with huge rewards and support for participation rewards as well. This system still needs a lot of work, but it opens the doors for large events for seasonal fighting styles, surnames, Christmas, or even Halloween to take place at Ryogoku Arena. I think this system will give the game more substance and something to look forward to. All of these systems were remade and or built using Codex, since I do not have the time to do it right now. I still have to go through and fix all of the runtime errors and make sure everything is working like it should, but that's for far later in the future. Right now, it's a decent foundation, so I at least know where to start. The bot is a major tool for everything within Ook's realm, and there are a lot of bot features for the game and toolkits I have planned for players, moderators, and other things. I know that using AI for things like this has a lot of stigma around it, especially for image generation things, but I think it's fine if it's used like a tool and it's not doing your entire job. I use AI a lot for Bakidou when I'm having trouble coding things or don't know where to start, so I ask ChatGPT on how to do things, and I learn from it and recode it anyway. I think use cases like this are great since you're essentially asking a search engine on steroids how to do a certain thing. You look over the code, dissect it, and learn from it, and then apply what you learned yourself. In my case though with the bot, I just couldn't be asked. Not enough time, and naturally, I'm a lazy bum. Peace.